I think these two should date. I think they make a perfect match. I've seen them interact. Clavicular eventually going to meet a woman. She's probably going to be interested in her. They'll probably get along. And so who knows? It's possible even Clavicular can change his ways. Coach Greg in today's video, has Clav met his match? If you aren't aware, Clavicular, who thinks that being a fashion model somehow makes him better than other people, when all it does is make him more gay, more pretty in the eyes of other men and the fashion industry, as if any real man cares about what the fashion industry thinks about them. Thinmaxxing versus looksmaxxing. I mean, frankly, isn't it the same thing? Clavicular, he stresses to people that he's on math in order to lose some weight, that he's experimented with Retta, taking up to 20 milligrams a day, about 10 times more than he should. And he's stopped lifting weights, he's too busy streaming and so on, and so he's lost a lot of muscle. And so essentially, he's becoming her. What is the difference? Clav, the looksmaxxer, is looks minimizing as he's only getting smaller. And so if you're going to tell me that the best way to look more pretty is to just lose all your muscle and be waif thin, then I'm not for that life.
I'd say I'm pretty skinny. I lost a good amount of weight since I kind of...
You used to be fat?
No, I used to just have muscle.
If you're actually a representative of looksmaxxing, perhaps the CEO, shouldn't you be doing one of the number one things you can do to improve your appearance, which is to lift weights? I mean, does that not make any sense?
I guess there was a video that was like, Liv Schmidt walked so clavicle. Is that your name? Clavo? How do you spell
Clavicular.
Clavicular.
And so, frankly, he's been frame-maxed by the ACU of whatever bullshit is going on. Guy had wider clavicles than him, and bro is named Clavicular. And so I get it, the embarrassment, Clavicular, who's literally named after a bone of the shoulders, the width of the shoulders, and bro has wider shoulders than him, and so he mocked him. But so what?
I'm Thinmaxxing, you're looksmaxxing.
Oh, so you're like known for like what? Like the starve maxing shit?
I mean, what's with all this starve maxing, lean maxing, sniffing creatine, and all you really need to do is to get my freaking cookbook, get some GO2 Max to help you with cardio, and obviously some GLP Max oral. Reduce your appetite by 28%. And so if you just do these basics, the minimums, go to the gym, do some cardio, eat properly, you're going to be looksmaxxing. And you don't need to learn from these other influencers.
I just don't have time with the streams, you know?
Wait, you stream? What do you do?
Yeah.
Wait, are you streaming right now?
Yeah.
Oh, God. Are you kidding?
Look at the change of pace, the glow in her eyes, the smize, if you will. As soon as she finds out you're a streamer, 14,000 people are watching us right now. All of a sudden, she's realizing, wait a minute, I can benefit from this. She has over 300,000 followers. She's doing quite well on her own. She looks above average, but she stands to gain by the infamous Mr. Clavicular.
I was going to say, you look a lot better on Instagram than when you have eyebrows.
This is like not my makeup.
I mean, you've got the makeup covering your eyebrows, your forehead's coming out of nowhere, and so you're actually very attractive. And so she's feeling good about herself right now. Remember, looksmaxxers, essentially all they care about is how people view them in terms of their appearance. Their self-worth, it comes from other people's approval of how they look. The number one compliment a looksmaxxer could get would be from being validated by, for example, the fashion industry, as literally being called a model. I mean, if you're a bodybuilder, the ultimate accolade, you win the Mr. Olympia title. But if you're into looksmaxxing, you become a model.
I'm getting plastic surgery on February 17th. So I'm like, okay.
What are you getting?
I'm getting a nose job, a CO2 laser, and an eyebrow lift.
I mean, does anyone think that she needs to get surgery to alter the shape of her nose? And for what? Even Clavicular, of all people, says there's nothing wrong with your nose. What message does this give to the younger followers? If these people who are models are not happy with their appearance, what chance do you have? Most of you watching these videos do not look as good as Clavicular and this female equivalent of him. And so what chance do you have? And so imagine being so insecure that she was worried, hey, what if they have bad photos? Well, I'm going to be getting surgery, and so I'll negate all those bad photos because I'm changing my face. And they're going to be painting over my eyebrows and so on, and no one's going to see the real me. And so I can get away with it because imagine, what if bro from Bangladesh says, hey, you're not attractive? Why do you care so much about the opinion of other people?
Your nose isn't bad.
Yeah, but I'm like, you can always be better.
I agree with that.
Thinner, look better, you know?
I mean, what is this? We always look better. Absolutely. But when you're 20 years old and you already look very, very good, trying to look better, it makes no sense. Now, if she looked like she had a honker, it's sticking out 3 inches. It's deformed. She got it in an accident. She has a broken nose. She's a UFC fighter. I get it. But when you already have something that's above average, you already look great. What is the point of going through a serious surgery just to try to improve on something that's already good?
You know,
But like, literally tell me, because I will fix it.
You like barely have a dorsal hump at all. Like this is, I mean, yeah, it's like extremely, extremely minimal.
If you have to fix every small deformity, everything less than perfect about your face, your body, you're going to be getting surgeries forever. It's a slippery slope, and please be careful.
You realize
Thank
the
you.
recovery time is going to make
It'll
your
be
nose
2
look,
weeks.
yeah, but your nose is going to be swollen and look worse for like 6 months.
Yeah, but that's fine.
I mean, from the side, from the front, her nose looks fine. And I would argue better than fine. I would think most women who would get a nose surgery, if they ended up with her nose in the after, they would be very happy. And so why are we getting this?
Oh.
Everyone loves me.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe not after this interview.
You don't think they're controversial figures? Why do you think they have Clav involved in New York Fashion Week? Clav has thousands of followers. He's very controversial, and people are talking about him everywhere. I mean, case in point, even I am talking about this man. And so they realize that if he is in the fashion show, it's going to bring even more eyeballs on the clothing, which is the entire point of having a fashion show, to show the fashion. And so you pick people, whether they're attractive, not attractive, as long as they're popular and they can show the fabric to the world, that's all that matters.
I'm a bit of a questionable figure, I guess
Fine,
you
I'll
could
only
say.
elevate you and make you look better. So, you're welcome.
How could she not? Is it possible for Clavicular to dig himself in any kind of a deeper hole than he has already? Bro was just arrested at the bar, was charged, charges were dropped. He drove over someone with a Cybertruck. Anyone that isn't essentially in jail that associates with him is probably going to make him look better.
Okay, let's be real.
I'm being honest.
I'm doing you more favors, okay? Let's be so for real.
And frankly, I am going to agree with Clavicular. Even though I think he's the worst YouTube fitness influencer in the world, I still think he's accurate when he says he's doing more for her than she is of him. There are thousands of models out there who are thin, who he could stand next to, who look just as good or better than her. But there's not a lot of Claviculars. He's getting 14,000 people following him on a stream. He's being talked about everywhere. And many people around the world know Clav. Now, he's infamous. He's not known for good things. But does anyone know this girl? She has over 300,000 followers on Instagram. So yeah, there are some, but she isn't as mainstream as Clavicular. And so although I don't agree with Clavicular on most things, I agree with him on that.
You don't know it right now, but you will later. All right? That's the point.
I think someone needs to humble you.
I think these two should date. I think they make a perfect match. I've seen them interact. I think that Clavicular is a little off. She's a little off. I think they make a great couple together. And so I'm cheering for them to date. Clavicular eventually going to meet a woman. She's probably going to be interested in her. They'll probably get along. And so who knows? It's possible even Clavicular can change his ways. Why they kind of cute together? This is my thoughts exactly. I'm crying he met his match. Is he flirting or is he naturally delusional? No, that's absolutely flirting. He's doing so in an appropriate manner. He's not being overly complimentary, and he's putting her in her place when he needs to. He's not simping for her. He's simply telling it like it is. And so if you actually analyze his mannerisms with this girl, he's doing exceedingly well. When girls say they can't lose weight and get skinny are the same ones who refuse to switch out their everyday sugary matcha latte for a green tea because it doesn't taste the same. Is there any sacrifice you're willing to make? Are we going back to the 1990s? When I was in high school, I remember this was the look all the girls were going for. The thin look, the waif look. There was no thicker than last time. That wasn't a thing. It was thin or die. I wasn't a fan already at that time. I liked girls who had a little bit more muscle, girls who worked out, who were fit. And so why are we bringing thin back? If you like being thin and that's your thing, hey, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Just don't try to get there through unhealthy methods. For example, the Maxxing, the taking performance-enhancing substances to help with that, or perhaps recreational ones. Just try to do it through healthy means. Need to be absolutely invisible and looksmaxxing and Thinmaxxing and skinnymaxxing for Valentine's Day. And so essentially, this is the female equivalent of clavicular. The looksmaxxing as a female, it's essentially Thinmaxxing to become smaller. Now remember, in other parts of the world, other countries, for example, China, thin is in. In North America, the average woman I heard today is a size 16.
I don't really ask those questions. They kind of just said, New York Fashion Week, you're invited, yes or no. And first it was no because I was in jail, but then they let me out.
What you need to know about looksmaxxers is that it's not just about trying to get girls, about being your best self. When I say I want you to look better, to feel better through healthy eating, exercise, lifting weights, these are all positive things. But if you're only trying to looksmax, that your goal is to become a model for self-validation, because you have no self-esteem, no self-worth, and you get that from the validation of others commenting on your appearance, and that's all that it's for, it's not healthy. You are more than your looks. Your looks are the icing on the cake. If the cake doesn't taste good, no amount of icing is going to make me want to eat it. There's nothing wrong with trying to ascend, to mog other people, to try to look your best, but please, try not to compare yourself to others. I get wanting to be your best self, to look your best. But if all of your self-worth is based on how you look, it's never going to end well, because do I really have to tell you all this? You're only going to get worse in time. It's one of those things where age is undefeated. It's inevitable that you're going to eventually look worse. Last I've checked, I've never seen a woman above the age of 70 that I thought, man, if I could only get with that. Time is ticking. It's coming for you. Now, if you do want a Life Max, of course, you can get all the supplements. You can get the Blue Lobster pre-workout. You can get all the things. You can also go to Algorex. You get your blood work done. You find out if you have low or high levels of testosterone, and you get the medications that you need. Do you need a GLP? For example, you're obese. You want to lose some weight, and you're struggling. You could perhaps get a GLP. Do you have lower levels of testosterone? You could get enclomiphene, or perhaps just HRT. You can't get it up. You're above the age of 40. You're trying to please your wife. Cialis, Viagra, high blood pressure, telmisartan. Do you need some glutathione, antioxidants, and so on? There's so many different things, and it's pharmaceutical. It's about half price of Merrick Health. And so what you need to do is go and compare prices everywhere. And you will quickly see why AlgoRx is the #1 choice for thousands of individuals. Doctor-prescribed prescription medications with no gatekeeping. Isn't that what you want? And so interested, code Greg, 10% off. Click the link in the description. HGLT, we're bringing it to the mood. I can't wait to talk about all the things that are happening, but we also want more of you. We want more sponsored athletes as well as ambassadors. And so if you're interested, please click and apply. As well, if you own a store or gym and you want to carry our supplements, you can click the link and apply. And if you want to get coached by myself and my team, you know what to do. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. Please like this video if you liked it. Don't forget to watch one of those 2 bloops. Code Greg for 15% off all the supplements. Don't forget about the famous cookbook. And until next time, I am out.